I talked to the director about this. You are like the closest that we've come to creating a human tank.
A human tank.
And so there must be like this factor of like when people see you, you have to find some way to break the ice to be like, hey, just because I am gigantic doesn't mean we have to fight.
Yeah, but I think that's conversation helps out a bunch. And I think when anyone even strikes up small talk with me, they'll understand that I'm not out to prove myself or test my mettle in any sort of capacity, and I am in some capacity what they may have seen on Monday Night Raw, but that in its entirety does not define who I am.
So, Keegan, when you met John, did you try to fight him?
Yeah. No, it was a futile attempt. It's good that I'm walking again. No, I had admired John from afar because I had some insight or a little bit of sense of what it takes and what it entails to do what he did at WWE. It's one thing to become a professional wrestler or be in sports entertainment. That I understand. But to go to the top of the game was another thing altogether. And the other thing is that I was so touched and inspired by his work in Trainwreck. Because as I was starting to move into another part of my career, I was already thinking about what am I going to do after Key and Peele. And then I see this guy who I knew is only one thing, moving into this space wholeheartedly and with such earnest. And so clearly there wasn't really, it's been a love affair since day one. It really has
I
been.
admire Keegan's professionalism because the day we did fight, he slapped me with a white glove and challenged me to a duel. And then we took 10 paces squared and fired at each other with old ball-loaded mash pistols, which we both missed.
Well, we were in the dense wooded areas of Vancouver, and it's really tough. You're just bound to hit a tree before you ever get anywhere near. And those things are notoriously inaccurate.
Yes, so collectively we settled on a draw.
Great. That is the most honorable way to end it. No one gets hurt. So when you're preparing for this movie and you're doing all this not firefighter but smoke jumper action.
Nice distinguishing. Yeah.
Thank you. Does any kind of competitiveness arise, or when you look at John Cena, do you just go like, oh, I see. We're going to be fighting for second.
You know what? I'll put to all those rumors. It is not like that. If anything, I'm eagerly anticipating and watching John Leguizamo and Keegan do what they do best, going like, man, with another 30 years of practice, I may be able to be in that conversation. This is so you're painting a picture based on physical perception alone. That's not what this movie was about. This movie is about like getting people to smile, getting people to laugh.
Yeah.
Keegan, John, Judy, everyone, Andy, everyone is so gifted at that because that's what they've invested their life in. I was on the outskirts watching, going like, man, it is, I know I'm the new kid in school, but it's so cool to be the new kid surrounded by all of these masterclassmen. And I learned so much, and it was the exact reverse of what you just explained. Me wanting to be with them and realizing that like, okay, I'm just going to stand at attention and watch the chaos. And it was not in any way, shape, or form like that.